Hey guys.
Hey guys. So Kendra and I, we were kind of discussing something that we just kind of like maybe notice about ourselves as we're getting older, like with like fashion and things like that. And I mean, if you guys agree or maybe you kind of have some input on this subject, definitely, leave a comment. But we were just talking about how, our fashion sense has kind of changed as we've gotten older, and just some of the things that maybe we wore like as we were in our of course in our teens and 20s are not like exactly like appropriate to wear now.
Mm-hmm.
But and I mean, and it's just something that I kind of like, notice as far as like just like in like American culture. And I mean, in other cultures too, but just the whole aspect of like, wanting to hang on to youth. And it's like, yeah, it's great to, to want to be as healthy as you can be, take care of your skin, take care of your body, eat healthy foods and things like that. But not to be so obsessive to the fact that you can't, appreciate aging gracefully and also like kind of like evolving as far as like how you present yourself to the world, because it's something like nothing worse in the world for like a man or a woman to not want to accept that they're getting older and they're wearing stuff that they wore. They're maybe in their 40s and 50s, but they're still dressing like they're in their 20s. And I'm sorry, but it's tragic.
Yeah, you can still, like, for example, I love plaid pleated skirts.
Mm-hmm.
But as I've gotten older, there's no way in the world, myself personally, I'm going to want to wear a mini pleated plaid skirt.
Right.
I did that in my teens and 20s. However, modify it for my age that I am now.
Mm-hmm.
On Amazon, they have the cutest midi length and maxi length pleated plaid skirts. They're so stinking cute for my age now. And I'm like, yeah. And you could still, you know, be classy in it and, stylish. Because I think, some people think as they age, the clothing, they think that they're not going to be stylish anymore as they feel they've gotten older. They have to wear things that look like tablecloths and like wallpaper patterns. And it's like, no, you can still be stylish as you age.
And I mean, and you can still be, I mean, everybody wants to be desired. You can still look sexy or
Yeah.
schmexy
Yep.
without having everything advertised for the whole world. And people are like rubbing their hands like, ooh, gimme, gimme, gimme. So, it's just, things just kind of need to be toned down.
Right. Has to be a balance.
Yes. And like, and even with like the young girls like in their 20s. I mean, yeah, I wore mini skirts when I was in my 20s,
Right.
But it's like, okay, you got a mini skirt on, but then you got your tatas all out too. And it's like, baby girl, there's got to be a balance. Like,
Yes.
if you're going to be, kind of accentuating your legs and everything, the tatas need to be covered up.
Well, I think too, it's just, I mean,
And it's a cultural thing.
And I just know here in America, it's like pretty much that whole baddie aesthetic that, a lot of women want to identify with. And it's just like,
it's like, well, when you're 30 plus,
right,
you look ridiculous.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And I like, for me, because some people could probably say for me, like my age group, I'm in my mid 30s and stuff. But some people, I like what they say, like cottagecore style and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people could probably say, oh, she's too old to be wearing that. But it's like, for me, for me personally, I don't think it's anything wrong for women that's in their 30s to wear like the little bows in their hair or the little long ruffled dresses. I think it's modest and it's cute. But I think it looks well for any age. But for me, some people can say they think it looks immature. I don't think so, but I'd rather see a woman my age or a little older dressed like that than sitting there trying to be like that whole baddie aesthetic with a little mini micro skirt on and got their tatas all out. I'm just saying.
and sky high stiletto heels.
Exactly.
Because it's like, I mean, what kind of message is it that you are wanting to send to the world?
Right.
But then at the same time, you're like, they're going to respect me, period.
Right.
And it's like, ma'am, like, let's just be real with ourselves. Like, you know, the first thing that people see, you know, is your appearance and what you're wearing, how you're acting, how you're behaving, how you're presenting yourself. And it's like the whole saying, if you walk like a duck, talk like a duck, it's probably a duck. If you're dressing like a streetwalker, they're going to think that you're a streetwalker.
Yeah, that's just a sad fact, but it's true.
And you may not even be in that occupation, but because you were dressed that way, they're going to be like, oh, okay, that's what she does. Okay, or she's a stripper or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but that probably may not even be true.
Right.
And it's no shade to anybody that does those things, but I'm just saying, it's like, people want to kind of, I guess, kind of delve into that, but at the same time, they don't want to be associated with it. They don't want the label. Right. But it's like, you know, that's how, you know, like as far as people understand the world, they categorize things. Uh-huh. And so they have to do that to have an understanding of, you know, their surroundings. And if you're dressed like a streetwalker, sorry, but that's what they're going to assume that you are. Yeah, especially like, you know, you like conducting business. Like if I'm going to the bank or something, or like, I don't know, like the bank or like a grocery store or something, the cashier, okay, yeah. And they're dressed like that, I'm gonna be looking like scratching my head, like, am I at the right place? Right. It's like, what's going on here? Did I make a wrong step? Did I enter in the wrong door? Yeah. Like, what's happening here? Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I just think that there's a healthy balance on both sides, you know, where, I mean, what's great about fashion is that there's so many ways to express yourself. Right. And it's just when you get to a certain age, you have to, and I mean, it's kind of a sense of you kind of rediscovering yourself. Right. And, you know, evolving. Right. And there's nothing wrong with it. And it's like, I mean, every day that we wake up and, you know, breathe another breath, it's a gift from God. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, and I mean, there's so many things that I'm sure people, you know, in their younger years that they regretted. Right. You learn from those things, hopefully, you know what I mean? But you're in a headspace where you can evolve from those and, you know, make better decisions. We can start with our fashion, please. Yeah. Aging is a privilege, so you shouldn't be ashamed of it. Yeah. But, yeah, because fashion, speaking of that, I told you when me and you was talking about the Y2K aesthetic is back, which I'm happy with because everything is not like so skin tight. Yeah, it's you know, flowy, like the big bell bottom flare jeans and stuff like that. You know, like the cute little tops and things like that with the patterns and designs and jewelry and everything. So I'm happy for that. And like the long maxi denim skirts. Yeah, those were always my favorite. And I mean, and just with like, you know, putting on just a little bit more clothing, I mean, it's also an added protection for your body. Because, I mean, I remember like back in the day, I forgot what lady it was, but it was one of those, I don't know, it was a celebrity. She had on like a short dress, whatever. She's kind of up there. She's talking about she don't wear underwear. And I'm just like, man, oh no! You're sitting on these seats, and you don't know what these people got, and now you're here with your tail exposed on that public seat, like at a restaurant. Ew! You don't know what people got, and now you could be potentially exposing yourself. See, that's why you need to bring some Lysol can spray or little wipes with you, because you don't know what the heck you sitting on too. No, you don't. That's nasty. It is. It's gross, and it's just or like. Another situation, like, especially, I mean, what if you got into a fight? You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, like, especially for women, like, when women fight, they pull clothing. If you ain't hardly got nothing on to begin with, by the time the fight is over with, you're butt naked. Down to your birthday suit. Ew. Sweetheart, put on some clothes. Please. All I can say, some people might be upset, but bring modesty back.
I saw the YouTube short with this young girl that had the
Yes.
sign that said bring modesty back or something,
Mm-hmm.
or make modesty great again or something like that. But she looked really pretty. She had on like the nice little long cottagecore dress. It was so pretty. And I was thinking some people would be like, oh, whatever, she's approved, blah blah, saying mean
Mm-hmm.
things. They was agreeing. Men and women was like, yes, and they were telling her how beautiful she looked.
Because it's just everywhere you go now, it's too much.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, every single thing, every advertisement, when you go to the gym, the girls are wearing next to nothing.
Yeah, that's another topic. That's for a whole nother topic. But yeah,
when you go out to other public spaces, people are wearing next to nothing.
Yeah.
Commercials, movies, and I mean, after a while, it's exhausting. And I mean, and for like like women that are saying they're looking for like a husband and things like that, it's like, look, these men, they're already like just overly exed. I'm not trying to say the words. I know,
Yeah.
overly exed as far as like what they are exposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like after a while, it's just like this is not even doing anything for anybody.
Yeah.
Because just before they came to the gym or wherever, they saw all these other half-naked women.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and I mean, people do appreciate seeing a woman like with a flowy gown or a flowy
And
skirt.
they have
do.
more respect for you.
They treat you.
They
differently.
treat you differently. They do.
They do.
Yep.
I can tell you just from like just personal experience, like just out and about,
Right.
like running errands or whatever. And I mean, some days, look, life be life, and you don't feel like putting yourself together, and that's fine as long as you wash your behind and come out, okay, whatever. But some days you want to put yourself together, and I've been there. You put on like especially like in spring, summer, nice flowy gown or whatever, or even like those palazzo pants and a nice top or whatever. And it's like, but out of nowhere, it's like, oh my gosh, people talking about chivalry is dead. No, it's not dead. It's like how people, especially like us women, how we're carrying ourselves.
Yep.
And I can tell you, like, out of nowhere, all these men are holding doors open, and I'm just like, wow, these guys are really nice.
And it's not like they're being like
trying to get with
like a pervert or anything.
No.
They would tell you like, Miss, just want to tell you look really beautiful.
Yeah.
Look really lovely. And
oh, that's so nice.
Yep.
So it's like, let's just for 2026, let's try something different, ladies.
Yes.
Like, I mean, the whole definition of insanity is trying something the same way and getting the same result. Let's try something different.
Right.
Let's try being cute and still let's put on some clothes.
Yeah, like whatever your style is, like if you're like punk, rock, gothic, emo, whatever, cutesy, like chic, whatever. Like if you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, you can still be all that, but do it in a grown and smexy way, and classy and cute, all in the same. You can. So
it is achievable.
Yeah, it is achievable. So I guess that's pretty much all we have to say on that, unless there's anything else you wanted to add.
No, I can't think of anything else. But, anybody that has any thoughts on this topic or subject, we would love to hear it.
Yeah, please share your thoughts and opinions on this, and please be respectful. And until next time, bye.